I'm done falling for your lies. You fooled me once, it's hard to trust. You won't fool me twice. I take everything you say with a grain of salt, 'cause every little word that comes out your mouth, you talk a big game, but you're reckless.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I hope you're all okay. Welcome to a weekend vlog. I couldn't sleep last night, and the reason why I couldn't is because I had this idea for this video and my brain was like too busy planning it. And I've woken up this morning, it's like 8:30 in the morning. I'm ready, I'm not yet dressed, but my hair and makeup's done, and I've forgotten everything that I was planning in my head. But there we go. I thought today would be a really good day to take you with me to create some content. I haven't done any at home for a really long time. I've been doing it out and about with people. But today, I wanted to do some home stuff. Didn't know, I have an Instagram. I do that thing called content creation. The sun's coming out now. Right, I've tried to film this part so many times. Where our house is and where my bedroom is, I get the sun in the morning. I don't love it. I've had it for like 20 years. I'm done. I've had enough. And it really blinds me. So I'm having to do this as quickly as possible, but I keep stumbling across my words while I'm trying to explain to you what I'm doing. And there's the sun again. I could hear you all telling me to do the sensible thing and just move where I was sitting. I thought that was the only good spot in the house, and apparently we've got this. I thought I'd take you along for the weekend because I'm actually going to try and create some content from my humble abode, my little bedroom. So for those of you that don't know, I actually class myself as a content creator. I like to post things on Instagram. I'm now doing YouTube, and for a really long time I also wrote a blog. And today we're kind of killing two birds with one stone. I'm going to make a weekend vlog of me creating the content for Instagram. It's taken me so many attempts to explain that, and that was the easiest way to do it. So my Instagram account at the moment is primarily fashion and lifestyle. I've tried to add a little bit more travel into it, and now I'm actually trying to add a little bit more Disney into it. And I'm in the middle of the process of trying to figure out where I am. I want to make some Disney content for it, and at the moment the best way to do that is just going to be from home, and it's going to be from the bedroom. It's going to be the easiest thing to do. So I'm going back to like lockdown 2020. For any content creators back then, you'll remember we had to do everything from the bedroom. That's what I'm going to do today, and I thought I could bring you along with me to show you how I do it, how I plan, how I prep, and share with you some of the shots that I get, because there's a good chance half of these aren't ever going to end up on my Instagram account, or it'll take about 3 months until they do. So let's go. So just a little reminder that this is going to be the spot where I take most of my content, but don't be fooled, because this is the rest of the bedroom. It's an absolute state, but there is 2 people living in this room, so I don't really blame us, to be honest. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you know that this isn't as pitch perfect as I make out, because you all seem to like this little bedroom spot, but the rest of it isn't as nice. So for anyone that actually doesn't do content creation, you're watching this to kind of see what's going on. Once I set up the shot, I've got a little timer. I set this on self timer, I get it all set up, and then I just use this to click. The biggest problem I have with doing it this way is I'm a glasses wearer, and once these glasses are off my face, I can't see anything. So if you ever notice that a shot is out of shot, like some of my last few YouTube videos, it's because I couldn't see and I didn't know, and it was out of focus. So now I'm gonna work my way through. Josh is in the other room, so he can help me if I really need it, but sometimes I do just find it easier to kind of guide myself. One thing I've learned over the last few years is literally to just look after myself with it, most because if I know what's in my head, I can get it better than if I try and ask someone to do it. There's a whole array of ways that you can get people to shoot the shot for you. I know people use like Pinterest, or use people's pictures as like a guide to be like, this is what I want, this is the shot, let's do it. However, I kind of haven't mastered that, so I see the shot, I kind of set it up, and then I work with it. Also, this is like my nice little like this is like my therapy time in a way. Like, it's stressful because right now it's really muggy and it's really hot and it's barely 9:30 and this is going to be a fun day. However, at the end of it, when I get to edit the photos and share them online, it's just one of those things that I find really good for my soul. I like to be creative and this is my outlet for it, so as stressful as it is, I do it anyway. So the first one is going to be this cute little Mickey tee. I can't really show you it this lighting, and a little bucket hat. So yeah, if I manage to actually get any good shots, because I think this one's actually a bit of a not a good one, I'll share some of them with you. Right, so I've managed to shoot one set of photos. It was the bucket hat. I don't know how good the pictures were. If they are any good, they will be on the screen at some point now. However, I have a feeling that Birmingham have a bit of a heat wave today. It's very hot, it's very muggy, and I cannot cope. It's literally like not even 10 o'clock in the morning and I'm melting. Like, I've already ruined my hair with the bucket hat and I still have about 4 other outfits that I want to try and shoot today, so brilliant. Let's just see what I manage, because every time I try and get a camera out and try and shoot something makes it very difficult. Do you remember how I said this was good for the soul? My mind changes 5 minutes later, but we'll keep going. Photo number 2 down. I actually think I like these photos. This t-shirt, it's not even a t-shirt, it's a shirt, I actually got Josh for his birthday to take with us on our holiday, and I thought it would be really cute with the shorts that I've also got for the holiday. And yeah, if it turns out that those photos are better than I thought, again, I'll show you them now. Right, I'm going to attempt not to moan too much more about the heat, because that's going to get boring real quick, and we are literally only on the second photo. But while I tried to cool down, I thought I'd explain to you how I kind of get my ideas. Again, I don't know if you already do this, I don't know if you want to get into this, I don't know if you're just curious. If you're any of the above and you want to know more, this is how I do it. I get a notebook and I always get a new notebook. I actually have one that a friend personalised for me with my Instagram handle on it, which I use for like all of my Instagram and blog things. But there's something I really enjoy most about sitting down and getting to kind of throw all of my ideas onto a piece of paper. So for someone that uses her phone a lot, I do marketing. I post on Instagram a lot. I'm on my phone all the time. There's nothing better than a good book. Like, a good notebook just brings it all together. So scrap the phone. I don't ever use the phone. I do use the phone, but like, I use that more for collecting ideas. So like, I'll search Pinterest and I'll search Instagram and I'll take notes and I'll like save them onto like boards and everything. If you want my Pinterest boards, I'll link those below, so you can have a nosy at what I kind of look at when I'm on Pinterest. It changes depending on the mood that I'm looking for, obviously. But then once I've done that, I then go to the notebook and I just put all of my ideas down, structure it by the day that I'm going to shoot them, and I will like write it down and like, this is what I want to shoot, blah 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 blah. Or I'll like put down all of my outfit ideas I've got in that very moment and just be like, this is what I want to wear with this, this and this. And then usually if I've already got an idea, I'll put it like where the location is I want to do it. For today's one, I've got quite a few notes, mostly because it kept me awake last night. I have some kind of like, I've put it down as like selfies. They're not selfies, they kind of are selfies, but they're not. Just like headshots, those ones. I've got a bunch of those because I've got a bunch of videos that I've been making that I kind of want to share in different ways. And then I've got like flat lays. I will also show you how I make flat lays. Maybe that's what I'll do next to give me a break from the heat. Because you guys love my flat lays and I don't know why. Like, for the longest time I dreamed of having like spot on flat lays. And apparently I achieved it without realising. I'm going to start doing some more like fashion ones, because they used to be like beauty ones and stuff like that, but now we're going to do a few more fashion ones. I'm going to put some outfit ideas together and kind of like, you know, yeah, I don't know. I'll show you how I do it. That's as simple as it can be. Hi. It's okay. Oh crap, okay. Right, I'm back. Our food shop gets delivered on a Saturday morning and it arrived and I had to go pack that away. And then I got a cup of tea and we're back. What I was saying was the next round of photos I'm going to take some outfit photos. I don't know if these ones I'm going to do more just general outfit photos rather than just Disney ones, just because I'm going to have so much from what I'm doing this morning. So while I'm in a good position, I'm going to drink my cup of tea and I'm going to shoot some flat lays and I'll show you how I do those as well. So let's go. As you can see, I've literally just used the end of my bed. That's how I've always done it. It's how I will continue to do it. What I do is I use a fitted sheet. It's like an old one. We used to have a single bed. Don't have it anymore. And this is basically what I use. I just use it, I fold it in half and set up my shot like this. So I've just put my dress flat out like this. I've added some jewellery pieces, I've added the ears, I've added some shoes and a bag. And I just kind of lay out how I think how it's going to look in the shot. And this is it. So let's go shoot it. I don't even think you can hear me because the neighbour is mowing the grass. Ow. But it's okay. She can probably see me doing this and she's going to think I'm a complete weirdo. But we have a cute little fairy dress going on right now. And some ears that I made. I got this dress because I thought it matched it really nicely. The only issue is the dress actually doesn't fit. So that's good. So I'm determined to get some photos in it, even if I have to return it or get it adjusted. I'm still trying to figure that part out. But I thought this outfit would make for a really nice profile picture, so I'm going to try and do that now. And let's catch up in a second. I've definitely hit a brick wall now. I've taken 4 sets of photos. I've cracked on with less than half of my list. I'm so tired now. I genuinely spent so much time last night trying to get to sleep, and all I was thinking about was today and these photos. And then I woke up really early and I got ready and I did it, and this is what happens when it comes to this whole content creation game. It's super fun until you're drained of your energy. I really enjoy doing it and I have done for a really long time, but I think once it gets to this point where your creativity is either being questioned or you're just exhausted, it just becomes not so fun anymore. So I'm going to take 5 minutes because it is literally only 12 o'clock. The only difference is I'm seeing a friend today. I'm seeing a friend this afternoon, which I'm really excited for. So I want to get it all done before I go see her. Basically, that's all it is. But if I manage to take any more photos, then I'll take you along for it. I mean, to be fair, I am sitting with some Mickey Mouse ears on, and I'm just trying to think of the clothes that I've got. But instead of looking through the wardrobe and the drawers, I'm just sitting here trying to remember what clothes I own, which isn't that clever. Basically what's happened is I've taken some really good photos, or some really cute photos. I don't know how good they are. I won't see until I put them on my computer. But they're a little bit different to what I usually do. They're a little bit more creative, like they're not just a standard taking an outfit photo. And I think I'm now worried that no one wants to see these pictures and no one's even bothered. The last set of photos I've taken were with the really colourful dress, and it's kind of brought on some weird internal panic that they're a little bit more extra than normal, which they are. They're more extra than I've shared before, and I don't know whether they're going to do well or not, and I'm panicking. And now I don't want to carry on doing what I'm doing because a lot of them are a bit, they're not more extra than that one, but it's now making me wonder whether I should carry on. I think you've seen this wave of how content creation works for me. So I go on a high and I'm like, yes, I'm really into it and this is what I want to do and I'm so excited and it's gonna work so well, it's gonna look so good and I can't wait, and it makes me happy to then doubting myself and questioning whether it's worth it. So that is the thought process that goes on with me. On the days where I seem to go off the grid a little bit more, it's because this is happening and there's panic and I'm wondering whether I should even bother, and yeah, there's that. And this isn't any content that you asked for, but here you go. I'm going to take 5 minutes, I'm going to sit with my thoughts, I'm going to get back onto it. I've got my notebook still here, so I'm going to have a look through what I wrote this morning and see if anything's worth working with. I'm also going to tidy up some of the mess that I made, because I made a mess. Okay, so I'm going to have to admit defeat for today. We've managed to get a fair bit done though. I will still take you along for the ride of uploading everything and how I edit and stuff. I just might have to do it tomorrow instead. Mostly because I have to be with my friend in half an hour and I'm not ready. So I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go get ready and I'm going to head off to go see her for the evening. I'm so excited. Abby, I love you. She's hosting me for the evening because I've been having a tough week, isn't she? An absolute gem. I didn't realise my hair was such a mess over. But I need to go and be ready for her because she's cooking me dinner. I need to go get ready for that. I have also just uploaded an Instagram post, which I was meant to do 2 days ago and I never did it. So I've just done that. I need to find some time to reply to comments, engage on Instagram, get ready and get out of the house all within like 20 minutes. We'll catch up with everything tomorrow. Me and Josh are going to go watch Thor in the morning. We have a 9:30 cinema show. We both used to work in a cinema. We both know that opening weekends are hell on earth. So we're going to go for the earliest possible showing on a Sunday and hope that it's not as bad. I do actually also need to shoot some photos while we're out tomorrow. So I'm sorry Josh, but thank you. Let's get those sorted, because those ones are some those ones are PR ones and they're actually just like standard fashion ones. I might try and Disneyfy it up, but I barely have any time to actually get myself sorted, so we'll see what we get. But I'm going to go out now. I'm going to enjoy my Saturday night. I think I'm actually going to go finally sit in the sun. So I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow.
Nothing like your smile in the morning, following the linings on your cheeks. 'Cause baby in your absence life is boring, so I'll never leave. It's easier to love.
I like my t-shirt.
Yeah. Oh, we just went to watch Thor. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday? Sunday. Yeah? Oh, no.
What?
I was talking to you.
Oh yeah, it's Sunday. It's Thor Day.
We've just been to watch Thor.
Thursday.
Josh, what did you think?
Thursday. It's good. I liked it.
Yeah?
It was very much a superhero film meets the humour of like Superbad. I loved it. It's been panned a bit, but I loved it.
It was good. I almost cried at the end. I won't lie to you. And now we're back into the middle of Birmingham to shoot some photos. I have a bag with some outfits in them. But while it's a content weekend, let's get them done. But we stopped at Starbucks to get coffees. And now we actually have to get on with getting this content because it's a Sunday afternoon and we want to do nothing for a few hours before work tomorrow. So let's go get these shots and I'll catch up in a bit. And as you can tell, we are home. Birmingham was busy, a little bit busier than I anticipated. I only needed to shoot one outfit. I'd been sent a dress from a brand which is very cute, and if it's on the gram I will leave a link to that picture because you need to see it. It's adorable. However, I couldn't set up the camera to film what we were doing when we were taking pictures. Thankfully I managed to get the pictures. It was just too busy in town. Like, we're in an area that's a bit more up and coming at the minute and a lot of people want to go visit it, and I think with the Commonwealth happening around the area in the next couple of weeks. We got a lot of people that want to see this city. Also, for anyone that isn't from Birmingham, if I ever refer to it as town when it's actually a city centre, it's just a thing. I don't know, I don't understand it, but to us it's town, to everyone else it's actually a city. Just the more you know, the more you know. Anyway, I've changed angle. I needed to be a bit more in the light. We managed to get the photos. I will insert some sneak peeks shortly. It's just it was a little bit too busy to get the camera out and try and set up the shot and get the photos taken at the same time. But there you go. I kind of wanted to show you a bit more of what we do and how I get it sorted, and I'll just have to show you another day. And maybe when I go out with some friends that also do the same thing, and we'll be able to get a bit more in depth. We are getting there though. I only really started going out in public and taking photos in the middle, about the summer of 2020. I think that's when I branched out, and it's been really fun doing it ever since. We were in the middle of like a crowded area earlier on, and I got some really good shots, and it was so good that my brain didn't tell me to stop doing what I was doing, because I could have missed an opportunity there, and I'm really glad that I pushed myself to do it. So I dipped yesterday. It's now Monday and I never finished this vlog. Apologies, I am really sorry about that. I wanted to kind of go through a lot more about editing, Lightroom, presets, and then how I plan everything. So I'm just going to give you a brief overhaul now, explain what I need to explain, and then that's it. You've come on a content weekend with me. It's very chaotic, it's a little bit messy, and it's probably not that pretty, to be honest. I don't really give off this glamorous lifestyle that I think everyone else does, and I'm kind of sorry about it. Not really, but you all seem to enjoy my Instagram account, and I guess that means I'm doing something right. So let me get the camera set up and we will chat through the things that I never got to share with you yesterday. Taking my pictures on this Canon 600D. I've had it for most of the time that I've been blogging. It is a trusty little camera. I take almost everything that I share on here. I have already explained to you the cameras that I do use, but then when it does come to editing, so what I tend to do is usually get set up in the office. I get cozy and I feel like I'm all like the big wigs and it's my full-time job, when actually it's definitely not. And if I've ever taken content on my phone or Josh's phone, because he's actually got better camera quality than mine, I'll airdrop them, and what I do is I'll import it onto Lightroom. We actually pay for the premium version. I don't really think that gives me much in terms of extra benefits from using Lightroom. It just means that I can use it and the account across all of my things. I use it on my MacBook and then on my iPad. So what I'll do is I'll then import all of my photos that I've got. Most of the time I will then go through and just delete everything that isn't usable. It's the easiest way, it's just whack them all on there and then delete it after. And then once they're there, once they're ready, I will then start editing them. I do have a number of presets that I use. Most of the ones that I do use now have come from Etsy. A lot of them have come from other creators that have created presets in the past, and I've brought those, and those are the ones that I like to use. The best thing about presets is you can actually edit them to suit your photo better. So what I do is I use the preset as kind of like a starting point. I'll edit them accordingly. With my photos, most of the time it does just mean that I'm changing the exposure. I change the highlights, the shadows, the temperature, and then the saturation and sort of stuff. So I kind of make mine a lot brighter and a lot more colourful. During the winter I make it darker, during the summer I try and make them lighter, and as we're in summer they're currently going lighter. One thing as well, you can change the colours. So if you ever buy a preset and like the colour is just too high or just too different, you can actually change those and you can make it a little bit more natural, or you can make it as vibrant as you want. And then the other thing I tend to do is I add grain onto it. That is basically how I edit my photos. It's pretty simple. I then add my photos onto a planner, and it just gives me a guideline of how like I want all my photos to look, how the layout's going to be. Just kind of gives it a bit more of a flow, which I prefer. Most of the time things that do work well is when you just enjoy it, just go with it and just upload what you want. I just prefer to have a bit more of a flow. A few years ago I probably would have been a little bit stricter on it, but being as it's a little bit more time consuming now and I have a full-time job as well as doing this, I just don't have the time. The planner I use is Plannerly. There's a lot of planners you can use. They are all just available on the App Store. Most of them do just come as free version and you can just upgrade them. I do just use the free version just because it's easier for me. and cheaper. I don't have that much money. I'm not rolling in it. You're now going to get a sneak peek of how my grid is going to look in the next coming weeks, because I've enjoyed the editing aspect of taking content. I've just not quite managed to stay consistent with the upload of that content, so it has been falling behind. Again, as I've mentioned a lot in this video, but as you can tell, I have creative bursts and then I'm creatively drained for days on end. Thankfully today I feel a little bit more creative, so I'm finishing this vlog. Also, there is one thing worth mentioning when it does come to my content, and it's that I like to reuse photos that I've already taken. I'm not one that likes to waste these things. If I've spent that time creating that content, if I've spent the time editing it, you are going to see that thing multiple times on the grid. Because we take so many when we're getting the outfit shots, I've got more options to use and I'm going to do it. I'm very aware that I'm not really the person that's like on trend and shares everything that's new, and you know, I'm not really the person to turn to when ASOS adds a load of new things in, because I don't keep up with it the same way. What I like to share is how I can style things, what I think looks good on my body type, and just kind of that sort of way of sharing fashion, which means I shop my own wardrobe quite a lot, which then means a lot of my photos, if I went out to shoot them again, would be most of those clothes in the wardrobe. So I reuse them, and plus when you gain more followers, those followers probably haven't seen those photos before, so you are just kind of reusing it and putting it out there just so it's going to be a bit more visible. And I don't mind shopping my own wardrobe, and I don't mind reusing my own content. So if you are worried that you don't have enough time, if you are worried you don't have enough money, enough clothes, anything like that, but you want to share content, it's doable. I do it. I'm kind of just giving this idea of how we can put outfits together. And also, I'm not spending too much money while doing it, because that's where it gets a little bit stressful. So I just want to throw it out there that you can reuse your content. Like, you don't just shoot one photo and then just move on from it. You put in a whole day's effort of doing what you're doing. So just reuse that content. Like, it's not going to hurt anyone, and it just makes it easier for you at the end of the day. So there's a little top tip. If you ever thought that you needed a top tip from me. And that's it. I think that's everything. I think I've covered everything. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me on my content weekend. As you can tell, it's very chaotic. I'm a little bit of a mess. I know. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've learnt something from me. And if you are looking to do stuff like this on Instagram, just do it. Just go ahead, have fun with it. If you do ever want to chat about it, my DMs are always open. I'm happy to talk things through. I think I'll make more videos like this in the future, just because I've enjoyed bringing you along for the weekend. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.